Hello everyone, I am Oritrapal, a PhD student at National Taiwan University. I worked with my co-author, Mr. Asif, on this project. Today, we are glad to present our paper, An Integrated Project Delivery Adoption Framework for Construction Projects in India, on this global platform. We know that project success greatly depends on the chosen delivery system. The traditional delivery methods are often found less effective in managing complex projects and face issues like time overrun, cost overrun, disputes, poor coordination, and so on. Integrated project delivery system, which is built on trust, collaboration, and risk-reward sharing, have been devised as an effective solution almost a decade ago. Although the method has gained popularity in many countries, to date, the adoption rate in India is very low. Indian construction is suffering from performance deficiency. According to a report published by Proc Equity in August 2018, 4.65 lakhs units of housing projects in India are facing a daunting construction delay. The adoption of IPD as a delivery method can be an effective solution. However, the sector is not yet ready to begin its IPD journey. One of the many reasons, as highlighted by the researchers, is the lack of country-specific adoption framework. So, to overcome this challenge, the current study aims at proposing a comprehensive IPD adoption framework for the Indian AEC sector. The research method in this study is based on literature review. The main source of information was various research papers, journal articles, conference proceedings, and reports in the areas of IPD. Apart from Scopus, two major databases specific to lean construction, namely IGLC and LCI, were used. The study was conducted in 4 steps. Step 1, to understand the importance of IPD. Step 2, to review the current IPD implementation in India. Step 3, to learn lessons from successful case studies implemented globally. Step 4, to propose a suitable IPD adoption framework for Indian scenario. The selected case studies were from the USA and Canada, as these countries have taken a pioneering role in the IPD implementation. Now, I would like to highlight some key aspects of IPD. It is a project delivery method that mainly relies on mutual trust, respect, and joint ownership of the project participants. It promotes transparency and common goals among the stakeholders. A relational contracting practice with risk and reward sharing, good technology, and a well-defined process are the success factors of the IPD projects. IPD ensures to maximize project results, increase value to the owner, reduce waste, and maximize efficiency through all the phases of design, fabrication, and construction. IPD not only benefits a single party, but all the participants are benefited. Despite numerous benefits, the Indian AEC industry is reluctant to adopt IPD. 2 recent research papers of Roy et al., Chalmers and Gupta investigated the challenges of IPD implementation in India. They categorize those challenges into 4 areas, such as technical, legal, financial, and cultural. Among the technical challenges, lack of clarity in the BIM usage and defining the goals in the absence of a fully mature design were top rated. When it comes to legal challenges, the need for a new legal framework for the value-based selection of the contractors was observed. Devising a formula for risk-reward sharing was found to be a major financial challenge. And culturally, the development of mutual trust and respect was main challenge due to a lack of knowledge in IPD. According to them, reluctance to cultural change needed to be overcome first to contractually and behaviorally implement IPD. 12 case studies from the AIA 2012 document and 10 case studies from the published document of LCI and IPDA were reviewed. The most common feature of all the successful projects was the willingness of all parties to collaborate. Project participants were largely benefited with continuous training and boot camps. BEAM standards and execution plans available in the country made the participants ready for BEAM implementation. The adaptive legal framework also eased the process of implementing new legal requirements for IPD projects. For effective implementation, policy formulation based on IPD principles were very useful. Early engagement of a team with mutual trust, respect, and a collaborative attitude was at the core of the success. The mechanism of pain and gain sharing, fiscal transparency, and open communication incentivized the collaborative culture. The common goal of all participants had finally paid off through cost savings and time savings. Here, you can see how the lesson learned from the case studies have been mapped with the challenges of IPD implementation in India to propose a solution for each problem. Also, these lessons learned have been used to devise the components of the proposed framework. The proposed framework is divided into 4 phases: preparation phase, involvement phase, policy formulation phase, and implementation phase. The preparation phase talks about the industry prerequisites for IPD adoption. 3 main components of this phase are IPD awareness, BEAM implementation, and the new legal framework. Frequent workshops, trainings, and research on IPD can increase awareness, which can motivate all participants to implement IPD. Currently, the construction industry in India lacks standards and regulations regarding BEAM use. BEAM-related training is also very essential. The existing procurement systems in India make it difficult to implement some of the aspects of IPD, like the value-based selection of contractors, risk-reward sharing, etc. This highlights the requirement of a new legal framework. According to our study, this phase needs more attention from Indian AEC practitioners, as India lacks preparation for IPD adoption. Before moving to the next phase, continuous assessment through the preparedness assessment model is necessary to understand the current position of the industry. The next phase is about involvement in a real project. Based on the level of preparedness, the extent of IPD implementation have to be determined. From the literature review, it was observed that there are 3 levels of IPD implementation. First, adopting IPD as a philosophy in lean construction practices. The second, IPD-ish, where only some IPD principles are used in the project. And the third one is true IPD, where all the IPD principles and features of IPD is adopted. The change in mindset doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Thus, it is suggested that project starts adopting level 2 integration and start observing associated benefits and gradually move towards level 3. Based on level of involvement, policy formulation is necessary. IPD principle should be considered as the foundation for policy formulation. The team selection is very important for achieving the goals. The process should be based on the best value offered than on a cost basis. The architect or designer should promote the use of BEAM. The contractor must embrace the IPD principles and should ensure collaborative efforts from the subcontractor side by engaging them early in the project. The goal formulation must be transparent and each member should be aware of the same. The risk-reward sharing criteria should be early defined to avoid any future issues. Legal and commercial considerations need to be established in this phase. The level of maturity of the IPD adoption needs to be assessed before moving to the implementation phase. IPD implementations require certain tools and techniques. Such tools are divided into 3 categories, such as collaborative tools, lean tools, and contracting tools. BEAM can be used extensively for seamless collaboration among the team members. Lean tools such as target value design, last planner system, visual management tools, the big room, etc. can be used for value creation and waste minimization. For binding a good IPD team, the use of multi-party contract is essential. Owners can consider Consensus Documents 300 and AI version of IPD contracts for customizing the multi-party agreements. For deriving substantial IPD benefits, the framework suggests continuous assessment through performance assessment models. The understanding developed about IPD from the study indicates that IPD is only 20% technical and rest 80% is about the culture. IPD advocates a change in the mindset of the stakeholders to collaboratively work for the benefit of the project. We recommend that Indian construction industry should work on the prerequisites for the effective implementation of IPD in the country. The owner has the major role to play by taking the initiative and risk of trying. Level 2 integration is recommended immediately with gradual progress to level 3. In the process of IPD implementation, the preparedness, maturity, and performance need to be assessed regularly. Thank you very much. Hope to see you during the live sessions. Goodbye. Wish you good health.